Alright, plain and simple. I have wasted my life and you did too. The fact that I have wasted my life and the fact that you did too is not a problem. This is not a bad thing. This is not something to fix. This is just a simple truth. We have wasted our lives because we were so deep into the programming of the society. We were so deep into our minds that we identified with it and that we, without even knowing, we played this game up until now. This game of personalities, this game of stories, this game of self-improvement, betterment, and fitting into society. I have wasted my life in the sense that I got triggered in every conversation I had, and I did not know why. I got triggered whenever something came up that was against what I hold true about myself, which was a myth. Anything that I hold true in my mind about myself is a story, is a myth, does not hold any truth value. I wasted my life because I believed that with self-improvement I would become something, and that something, or I would go somewhere, I would get to a state of being, and in that state, in that place, I would be okay. There life will start. I have wasted my life because I have postponed it with self-development, with betterment. I have wasted my life with the fear of becoming broke, with the fear of people that will abandon me, with the fear that I would not be accepted, not validated, and with the fear that I would be alone in my room, like pitying myself. I have wasted my life trying to get people to like me. I have wasted my life trying to put on an act so that people would see me certain way, that I have an image in their minds that would make me feel safe. If I have an image in my mother's mind, in my partner's mind, in my friends and colleagues' minds, if I control that vision, if I can precisely handle how they see me, then I can relax. I have wasted my life trying to put out an image. I have wasted my life building a personality, building characteristics, trying to understand who I am and believing that who is my personality. And everything goes for you too. You're not gonna get away. You wasted your life as well. And that is the truth. I have wasted my life following trends. I have wasted my life envying people who had things figured out. I have wasted my life believing that there are people around me and that I can find through YouTube or internet, or like I can find some gurus that have figured things out and I can learn from them. I have wasted my life because I thought that there are people who figured out. I believed that there are people who can really show me the way. I believed that the problem that I had was not being guided enough, guided in a way, that is beneficial for me. I thought that the problem was guidance. All these years, I couldn't even possibly come to the fact that the game is rigged from the bottom to the top. Any guidance would lead me back into the game. Anything I can find outside from a person that is inside the society, that has an Instagram account, that has a job, a title, that has a personality, that has an image to put out, and that there are lots of things running like dependent on that image. I believed that I can learn from them. I have wasted my life trying to learn. I have wasted my life being a student of a false master. That false master was the society, culture, gurus, my mind. I have wasted my life because I was a slave to my mind. I was a slave to my mind. I was my mind. I have wasted my life because Even when I was inside the sea, swimming, my mind was telling me, what the fuck is going on? And I believed that I was that. I believed that I was so broken that I couldn't even enjoy a moment of peace when I am alone inside the sea in silence. I have wasted my life because I believed that the next job, the next partner, the next day, the next year would bring me peace. I wasted my life because I believed that vacation will help me like my job more. I wasted my life because I believed that I was broken because I was not like the others. What if I say I'm not like the others? What if I think that the matter one you're great? You're a pretender. What if I say I will never surrender? Nice song. I wasted my life because I pretended. I pretended to be a personality. I pretended. I wasted my life because I was in constant fear of my patterns showing up again. This is like a very, very, very like primal fear that we all have, and this is like the main reasons that we, wasted our lives, and we're going to waste more of our lives because we are in so much fear that our patterns going to show up. Like when we're talking with someone, we're talking like even if it's not a, very like if it's not a, it's a conversation that stakes are not so high. It can be a conversation like that, but even in that, even with our best friends, with partners, with mothers and fathers, I mean, especially with mothers and fathers, maybe, and especially with partners, that we, oh my God, we so much expect that our patterns will show up, flare up again, and that we will be lost. Like, imagine, think about the times that you're getting triggered. In that moment, the mind takes over and, like, you're completely gone. Other than that, you're also gone, but you have the belief, you have the false belief that you are in control of things, because when you identify with the mind, you cannot be in control of anything. Mind is something that cannot be controlled. You cannot control your thoughts. Even that's a false belief, but when the trigger comes, oh my God, you're just like the primal, lizard brain, nothing there other than like survival, and you're like acting out the same software that is like a crude software, not even like a sophisticated one. You got one sophisticated one for the work, you have a sophisticated software for your social interactions, but whenever you get triggered, you're back into that lizard again. And oh my God, how that lizard software gets a hold of you, that fangs go into your skin, and how strong that is, that you cannot get out, that you act it out again. You sometimes you get a glimpse, oh my God, what am I doing, for a moment, and then you watch yourself say the same things again that make will make things worse. And then you watch yourself live out the same loops again and again. And that is a very primal fear. Oh my God, it will come again. I desperately hope that you don't do something to trigger you know, my wounds and the patterns that I developed when I was a child to, take care of those moments. It's also like fascinating how adaptive a human body is. We adapted to the conditions at home. We adapted to clueless parents. We adapted to a society that thinks, that believes that, solved everything, but just as clueless as we are. And we had to give up our potential. We had to give up life to play this game. And I'm not saying like let's go out of society, let's go out in a cave. I mean, if that's your thing, you will do it. But it only depends on what you wish to get out of this life, what you wish to have, what you wish to be. There are no rules. I cannot tell you what to do, and anybody who tells you what to do is lying. Even with good intentions, they cannot even possibly know. Like, they cannot even begin to understand you. Like, I see people giving advice. Bro, Like, do you realize what you're doing? Do you realize the area that you're entering? You're entering into someone else's domain. How delusional that you must be, that you would think that the things that have worked for you would work for them as well. Like, you have to believe that you know so much, and the fact that you know shit. Advice fails. There is no, like, there is no way around it. Advice fails. And if I give you an advice, like do breath work, and you do breath work, and it works for you, and you like it was not because I told you. It was because some mysterious synchronicity that you were ready to do that, that you would be like, that you were like almost you were creating the moment that life would come to you with like breathwork, and that you would expect it. But since you are in the society as well, you will again believe that now I have the best advices for you. I have the best advice, and you would follow me then. I wasted my life trying to become the best version of me. I wasted my life because I wanted to grow. These things do not exist. The best version of me doesn't exist. The like grow is not real. These are only dependent on the rules of the game, of the society, of the mind that we unconsciously, that we like unknowingly are a part of. There is no growth. Where are you growing? Like, do you see any other thing in nature that is self-developing? Is there a best version of an olive tree? Is there a 10-step process for sun to grow? I have wasted my life trying to become a good person and believing that I'm not. And I have wasted my life to put out an image of a good person for other people to like me. I have wasted my life trying to make people understand me. I wished so bad for people to understand me. If they could understand, if they could understand, they would not do this to me, or like they would be my friends. Now I feel the great joy of not being understood, the great freedom of not being understood. And my mind is still, my mind is still telling me shit. And I know it will keep telling me shit, but I know I'm not the mind. I have wasted my life becoming irritated of people, and I have wasted my life loving people, and that these two was only the different sides of the same coin. I have wasted my life and you did too, and this is the truth, and this is the realization. This is a prerequisite realization into a life not wasted. And if you're here until now, I know something resonates, and please subscribe. I have wasted my life, and you did too. That is the truth.